and I would like to welcome you to our new Eagles night for our high school. Thank you for taking time out of your evening to join us. Tonight, we will our agenda for this evening. We're going to meet our head of school, and then I'll introduce myself, and then we're also going to look at introducing yourselves, building community. And then we'll also give you the inside scoop of what kind of to look forward to in this next school year, and then give you a time for a Q&A. So I'd like to introduce Dr. Chen, Dr. Michael Chen, our head of school, to open us and greet. So, Dr. Chen.
Hi, everybody. So happy to see all of you. And my name is Michael Chen. I'm the head of school. I just want to say that I'm very excited to invite this new coming class of freshmen and to join the rest of our team. Hi, so good to see you. And I think we really want to just, for me to, kind of introduce, but also kind of share with you a little bit of how to think about high school. And especially if you're coming from middle school and then entering to high school, this change could be pretty jarring. And for students and parents, I think it's really important for us to kind of have proper expectation. Um, so I have experiences of seeing, young people watching young people going from middle school, high school. The biggest difference, right? The biggest difference is that in the middle school, you work hard, you do what you need to do to learn, to grow, and you have fun. You're trying to figure things out. But in high school, seems like the stake has increased, right? It seems like everything you do, it counts for something. Especially if you're looking ahead, 4 years from now, you're looking at college, and that could be a very stressful, challenging thing. I just want to say that, that Pape Education, we designed our time here to cultivate our individual students, to recognize that we have that really high pressure points, and we want to make sure we help you open up opportunities so you have options, right? But along the way, we want to be a flourishing human being, right? And that has to do with learning, figuring out how to build quality relationships with friends and also with teachers, how to have proper relationship with homework, relationship with subject matters and study and habits, and also developing relationships with sort of the commitment that we make for ourselves and to other responsibilities that we have. So all this is really about maturing and growing up. So some of the things that will be different, right? Middle school, parents are still quite involved, right? But high school, they will become the direct point of contact between teachers and students, right? And we will do our best to communicate with parents so that they're involved in the know. But something happen if say there's a need, there's questions, there's a challenge. We want students to take initiatives, and we also want students to take responsibility. So that's one of the major difference, right? And so I think that's ninth grade we're going to have a lot of grace, a lot of room to learn how to grow into that mode of operation. But then this is part of the maturing, part of growing up. And so this is something that I think I'm pretty excited for all of you who are joining our high school. We are on this journey together. And so I just want to really welcome you, our school. We not only focus on the head, but also the heart and also on the hand. Head, our intellect, our ability to comprehend important things. Our heart, developing compassion, developing humilities, developing love for other people, right? And so that we can be good people. And then hand, what that means is how do we have impact? How do we actually do something really important? Um, I was talking to the seniors this year at their celebration lunch, and this is what I share with them. I say there's a line in this very famous Disney musical Encanto. I don't know if you've seen that movie Encanto, right? And there is one line says that Stars don't shine, they burn. Stars don't shine, they burn. And now we are stars in the constellation of stars, right? And that's really a powerful image for us to understand that young people, especially all of you rising ninth graders, that as you enter into high school, right? We want you to shine, but we want you to burn brightly because the sacrifice you put in, the sacrifice your parents put in, the hard work that you put in, it's going to produce really great impact. And that you also do that, you don't do this alone. You do this with the people around you. We're the constellation of stars. So it's really, really important to remember that. Okay, so I just want to welcome all of you. Thanks for giving me the time to give a little mini speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chen. So, as Dr. Chen was speaking, he was talking in our three values that we come up with. We have ambition. That's kind of can be a lot aligned with our knowledge. We want our students to keep driving with our knowledge and growth, but also have that joy and from their heart. The joy comes from within, not something you can learn. But then with that, we also want them to be engaged, using their hands, being a part of the learning to use it and practice it. So you'll hear these a lot throughout your time at Pac Bay, kind of our core values of being ambitious, joyful, and engaged. So I am Mr. Vincent Chan. I am the Chief Operating Officer, Dean of Academics here at Pac Bay, and I'm just really excited. I love working with students and seeing them grow and reach or head towards potential. So hopefully at Pac Bay you never reach your full potential, but we like to get you on your way, so then that way you can make an impact in the world around you for the good. Um, we Sometimes it's shy, sometimes it's nervous, but as you get to know us, then you come out of your shell and then you can flourish. If you ever look for me on campus, I'm the guy in the yellow jacket. So if you ever aren't sure who I am on campus, then just look for someone in a yellow jacket, and that's me. So it's easy for parents and students to find me, but it's also the warning system to students as to, hey, Mr. Chan is coming. Um, so that's sometimes a good thing. Sometimes it's a good warning. Um, so just general information about the school year. So our school calendar, our school year for next year will start August 10th. It's a Monday. It is earlier than a lot of places, but we are excited to get everyone back. We will start August 10th. We start school day starts at 8:15 in the morning and ends at 3 in the afternoon. It's every day except for on Wednesdays. We have a late start. It gives our staff a chance to just kind of get on the same page and then be able to roll with the students. So that on Wednesdays starts at 9:15. So that's our current schedule, and we plan to keep that this next year. And then you may be wondering, when are the other important dates for school? So our year at a glance calendar with all of our holidays and our minimum days are on our website. So if you go to our website, it's at the footer of it, and then there's a calendar for the 26-27 school year. Or if you're in My Pac Bay already, if you look for this tile here, it's in the resource area of our website. It looks like this. If you click on that, then it'll show you the calendar for this next year. All right, so um, I, I'm going to give you a heads up that we are also upgrading our system. So over the summer, things will change. But for now, over the next month or so, you will be able to find this information at this tile. Okay. And then be on the lookout for follow-up emails that will go out to our entire school community on the changes that are to come. In general, our freshman schedule, you will have a math class. Yes, my favorite subject, Dr. Chen's as well. We love math. So you will get to choose math. This will be based off of placement. Probably the week before school starts, we'll have math placements. If you are able to, or if you're not able to come, then we'll make arrangements. Then you'll have a language options. Right now, we are offering Spanish or French. That's something that we will discuss later with you. But those are two languages we have available right now. You also have biology, ancient civilizations, which is our history course, Old Testament in the first semester and New Testament in the second semester. That's our Christian Studies course for the freshmen. You'll have English 1. So in English, it's generically named, but you have a great teacher that will kind of go through literature, grammar, writing techniques, and prep you for the exciting area of being able to do research that's coming up. It leads towards your senior year. We have a project. You get to work on research and finding initiatives that will impact and make a positive impact on the area around us. And then you have an elective. So electives right now, schedule-wise, I believe it could be either an art foundations elective, and or engineering elective. So we have intro to engineering. But as you get higher into the or further into the high school program, there's like photography, ceramics. Um, there is there's a bunch of electives that you can. They are not offered every year. They're on rotation, so it's good to find out kind of like what's available each year. And then as you talk to other students, as you get to know other students that are in the upper grades, you can find out what things they might it might interest you. And we run the electives really based off of interest. So even though we offer, there might be a schedule where they like, well, they offered last year, so they might not offer next year. Know that we offer these electives based on interest. So they could run 2 years in a row. I forgot one of the electives. If you're into computers, that is one of my areas. We do offer a computer science, uh, the programming type, or Intro to Computer Science or Computer Science Principles as AP courses as an elective as well. So those are options. Um, and that's kind of the general schedule. And if you uh, didn't already hear during the admissions process, we follow a block schedule. So that means you have longer scheduled classes twice a week. So typically we do a Monday, Thursday is one round of 4 classes, and then Tuesday, Friday, another round of 2 classes. Each class right now is, I believe, about an hour and 20 minutes long. So it allows us to go a little bit deeper instead of just glancing off in shorter periods. We can go a little bit deeper. It's great for those that want have labs or need a little more time for projects to work in class. So that's our block schedule. But then you're wondering, wait, I only talked about Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. What happened to Wednesday? Wednesday, we leave open for flex schedule. So it's not the traditional learning subjects, but it gives us a chance to either offer alternative or other learning opportunities. And also, it gives students a chance to work on projects with classmates, meet up with teachers, do things like that. Because we view that education and learning is a hard process. If we liken it to like training for a marathon, you work hard, but then you need time to have a little more space in your schedule so your body can or your muscles can heal and get stronger. So similarly, our brains, we can't go full blast all the time. So we give a space for students to be able to take a break from the in-depth studies and then come back for a breather. Could be a social, it could be just to catch up with the teachers because if you go hard and fast too long, then we'll lose the joy. So we find that the flex days bring a lot more joy and a balance to the learning process. Um, so any questions? One thing that's not on there that you might wonder is you do get a lunch. It's not just school all the time. We have lunch times as well. And the food part is one of our what the students look forward to. Our chefs do provide meals that are freshly cooked. That are available for purchase online, and then there's a snack shack too that students can get snacks if sometimes growing bodies they need something a little bit more or different than what's in the lunches. All right. Any questions about the schedule?
Did you say there was going to be a math placement test?
There'll be math. It's more yes that we can schedule at the beginning of the school year.
Oh,
Usually we try to do it beforehand, just so then
mhm.
that way they can start in the math class. But if you know, because vacations are important too, family time. If it doesn't fit, then we can fit it in the first day of school.
Are there days that you guys have set up for before school starts for them to do the t placement test?
We'll send out the schedule later. I
Okay.
believe we'd probably just do the Friday before.
Okay.
But yeah, we're open to it.
Okay.
Good questions. All right. And the reason why the placement is we really want to keep the students challenged. So, you know, if um, yeah, we want to keep the students challenged at the appropriate level. That's what it is. So in the middle school, we are actually offering, um, or sorry, high school, uh, Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, and then we have had some freshmen that are ready for pre-calculus, so we can do that range, but it does affect kind of how the schedule works. So that's why we would like to know ahead of time, kind of where to put students. Yeah. All right. So you've heard from me. Our college counselor wanted to be here, but was not. So she recorded a video. So Miss Stacy Ho, I'm going to go ahead and play a video so you can hear from her and kind of the perspective of our college counseling program for our high school.
Good afternoon, families. My name is Stacy Ho, and I'm Director of College Counseling here at Pac Bay. I apologize that I can't be here tonight with you, but I just first want to say welcome to Pac Bay. We're so excited that you're going to be joining us. I imagine a couple of you perhaps might have already attended some of my open house events, so I'm not going to give you the exact same spiel, but really what I'd like to kind of encourage and share with you about college counseling here at Pac Bay is that it really centers around our school's three values: ambitious, engaged, and joyful. For ambitious, right now, our current seniors, we had some really exciting results in our current senior class. We have a student who will be matriculating into Columbia University in the fall, another one to UC Berkeley. We have a student on a full tuition scholarship to Santa Clara. We have a student who will be attending University of San Francisco's very selective nursing program, among many others. And I think that's one of the things that I really love about Pac Bay is that we don't define success narrowly, right? It's not just those kids who are going to those universities or those programs who we celebrate. As much as we're celebrating those students, we're also celebrating our students who are going to be entering trade school. We have a student who will be taking a gap year and, earning some money before they head off to college in a year. And we have students who are going to non-traditional colleges as well. And, for us, success is really defined by you as a family and by the student. And like, what does success look like from one person to the other will look different. And despite whatever pathway that you and your child might go in, it's going to be celebrated here. And that's something I'm very, very proud about and proud to be part of Pac Bay community with, right? It's just that ambition can look different from person to person and that all of the different ways are celebrated. Second is engaged. One, the students, when they go through the college application process with me, they're highly engaged. They are writing their own essays. They're coming up with their prompts. Yes, they're getting some support on writing those essays and making it, tightening it up a little bit with the help of myself and Mr. Chen. But the work is theirs, the research is theirs, and their ownership of the process is fully theirs. We want to make sure that wherever they're heading, wherever they're going, that they're engaged in the process, they're making the choices. And that's something that's really, really important to all of us is that our kids are engaged in the process. They're not just blindly being dragged right through college admissions. They're owners of this and directors of where they want to go, what they want to define as what's going to make them happy. Our students are also really engaged leading up to that process. They're really engaged with our school community here at Pac Bay, here in the Bay Area. So we have some students who are engaged statewide and nationwide with different activities that they're doing. And so those are the kinds of things that are really helping our students stand out in the college application process is their engagement, right? From start to finish, right? So from their activities and the things that they've been doing grades 9 through 12, through the college application process, they continue to be engaged in their futures. And that's something that I'm really proud of to be able to say that each of my kids had a pivotal piece in their own journey. Last but not least is joyful. Later this week, we have our high school graduation where we're going to celebrate where everyone's next steps are going to be. And so students are like graduating, decorating their little graduation caps with where they're heading off to. And, our kids are just really supportive of one another. And I think that's one of the things that I love the most. Like I was saying before, right? Like we are equally celebrating our student going to Columbia and the student going on a gap year or to trade school. Like we're here to support everybody. And you see it in the students in the way that they engage with one another. They love each other, they embrace their differences. And I think that's one of the things that I'm most excited for you and joining our Pac Bay community is to be able to have you and your student take part of that, to be able to have a college counseling experience that is engaged, that is joyful, and that will hopefully fulfill all of their ambitions. And so just a final welcome from us here at Pac Bay. And please reach out, once you have started here in the high school. If you have any questions, I'm always available. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
So, um, Miss Ho is available. She typically works with the seniors at the beginning of the school year because that's when the college application process starts, and then rolls into the juniors and helping them during the second semester. But I always say it's never too early to start thinking about college. It's just our college admissions or college counselor is harder to reach, especially during the first half of the year. But if you have any questions related to the college process, she is like the best resource you have. She's really good at what she does. She gets to know each of the students and really finds the best. Not finds the best fit. The students indicate where they would be, and she really helps them find the best fit for where their interests are, and works with them. But know that she will push you. So she will see your potential and say, "Are you sure?" and kind of push you and keep your options as open as possible because we like to make sure that, sometimes we have um, goals, but sometimes we do need a little more push to keep our eyes open to all the possibilities that could be available to us. Okay. So um, she is a resource that's on campus in the community center space. That's where her office is. So she's easy to find. But if her door is closed, then just know, send an email to her. She can respond to you as well with any questions. Um, so now I'm going to open up to any questions. Do you have any questions you might have for next year? Wonderings?
Is there any sort of in-person orientation before school starts, or is that they just come for the first day?
Great question. So that goes kind of to the question Lisa was asking as well about the placement tests for math. We're probably going to do it that same day. So that way you come on campus, you can get a tour, kind of see where classes are. So you get your final schedule and then walk around. Hopefully, we'll have a couple more experienced students around to be able to show you as well. And then you can take a short placement test as well. So that way it's all together. So we don't want to just dump you into high school first day. So we will have something in person. We'll send you an email with the exact date and time for that time. But I think we're planning the Friday before. We will also know sometimes that weekend before school starts is the last chance to get out of town. So we may ask for your thoughts on that too. I guess for all of you, does the Friday before school starts, you guys all planning on being here, shopping for back to school sales?
As of
I
now, yes.
also
That's nice.
I also know that our student leaders I believe they plan, and historically they also had done that, but they're also planning some activities where they can connect with the new students and kind of show them the rope, develop relationships so that they can be a resource to all of you throughout the year. So we have a really wonderful group of students who are receiving some leadership training even when we finish our school next week, this week, and then next week I believe they have trainings, and they're gonna meet again during the summer, and then right before the school starts, and then they will be able to really take good care of the new students. So that's something that you can look forward to.
Hi, Val.
Hi,
Yes, go ahead.
how many freshmen are you expecting?
Um, we were expecting probably 12 or so. It's a nice cohort of students that will get to know each other. It'll be a nice group that hopefully you all stay together for the 4 years and really get to know each other and encourage each other.
Aria was asking if there's PE class.
Oh, that's a good question. We do not require a PE course at this time. We do offer athletic events, our teams. So in the fall, there is co-ed soccer and then cross country, our fall sports, and volleyball um, as well for girls. In the winter, we have basketball, both boys and girls. And then in the spring, we have boys volleyball and track and field. I believe those are our current sports. So we highly encourage students to participate in exercise. with any of those sports activities, but we do not have a required PE class at this time.
We just participated in this CIA California quarterfinal, I believe, quarterfinal in Gilroy on Saturday. We have, I believe, 6 or 7 students who made it to the quarterfinal. 4x100 girls team get to run. We had shot put and disc it, and so it was really a fantastic time. Students really love to come out. We try to make the practice as fun and enjoyable as possible. They come out and and get a really nice workout. So I would say take advantage of the athletic program and really participate in it.
Yeah, we view the athletics as really another learning opportunity. So if they have no experience, we still encourage students to join and try it out. Um, you never know if you like it until you try it, and sometimes you don't even know if you're good at it until you try it. And a lot of it, though, is just fun. Like the boys' basketball team this year, there were some experienced players and some new players, but they had a lot of fun learning to play as a team, learning skills, and really teamwork, working together. So I know sometimes people ask like, what do you wear to school? I don't know if anyone's wondering what to wear. So we have a dress code. We don't have uniforms, but you can always buy Pack Bay gear. There is a tile on our resource board in My Pack Bay as well at the we call it the Spirit Wear store. So you can buy Pack Bay gear there. Um, but essentially, it's dress code is we just wear things that are modest, that are in good repair, and that reflect kind of our school values. So we talk to students about it, and then usually I always say wear footwear that you can outrun your classmates in case we have a bear on campus. So you just want to be faster than everyone else. Um, but um, yeah, it's we can go over more of it, but there is nothing that you have to be prepared ahead of time. But if you want to purchase Pack Bay gear that is available online, there are sales usually that come up during the summer, so you can look through the store if you want to now. But usually over the summer they give us, I think it's a 20% or 30% coupon code, so you can be on the lookout for that. We'll usually post that on our uh, resource board on the tile. It'll change to a sale code, but we'll try to send it out to you as well because it's especially first year. And then I know students don't want me to ask this, but some parents will ask, is there summer reading or summer work packets? We do. We do have summer reading program. Um, and then, so we will send that out to you probably in the next week. We're finalizing how we're rolling, what book or books it would be. Know that sometimes if you select a class, there could be special reading assignments as well. Um, but as for freshman English, there will be a selection that you can choose from. And then, especially math. We do have math packets that we send out just for summer preparedness. Because if we know that if you don't use something for a while, we tend to forget things. So math facts or math skills, we want to keep it sharp. So we do have math packets that you can use for the course either you're finishing or you want to go into. So those are usually available as well. Um, so those will be coming out probably next week. We'll send it to you, so you can have something you can do over the summer if you're bored. All right.
I have a
Mhm.
question. Do you
Yes.
bring your own like laptop or computer? Or
That is a very good question, Oxygen. Yes, so we are a bring your own device campus. So if you have a, laptop, a Chromebook, tablet, you're encouraged or you should bring it. The school does have Chromebooks to loan for the day if, say, you forgot it or it's out of batteries, things like that. But we do encourage students to bring their own. If you are interested in the digital arts, like we do have access to licenses to any of the Adobe Suite products that you could purchase. I think it ends up being about $10 or $12 a month. So it's super reasonable, even if you don't take it as a class, if you want to practice in that. But that also means we would need you to have a more powerful computer. But if you're not sure, a Chromebook or a tablet is typically sufficient. Um, we would probably recommend that you have a keyboard though, if you decide to type things. But we have um, noticed that students are more well versed in using voice or typing on small smartphones. We've seen them type entire research papers on their cell phone. So we're okay with that, but just know that for testing, when we do standardized testing or AP testing, you will need something that's more full-sized um, as well. So yes, oxygen. You do need to bring a device. If you have any questions about what you want to buy over the summer, if you don't have one already, you can let me know, and we can see. But pretty much nowadays, anything that is they sell is good enough for first year for basic needs. Yeah.
I do want to add on top of that is that our attitude toward, device, whether it's laptop or iPad, is slightly different than our attitude toward cell phone or smartphone. Because I think we had done a deep dive and study on the impact of smartphone on young people's mind and learning. And so we work with the student leaders, I believe, uh, about a year ago, and they really come together and come came back and recommend a policy for our school to adopt, which is obviously really by default no phone during the instructional time, and also on Wednesday. On Wednesday, this is a so-called the community time, and also time where you do you slow down, you do deep dive with your learning. You go to teacher's office hour. That's the day where students ask the school to implement a policy of no smartphone during Wednesday. This is a time where collectively no one gets connected to the phone so that we can collectively unplug. Um, but then, during the break time on the other days, surely you can use your phone, and but we want to just really caution our students not to become addicted to the screen. But so that's really our attitude or our approach. We don't want to be draconian to really kind of come down and have a hard line on that, but we also don't want to say this is free for all. We want to have a sensible sort of a middle ground, and we ask students to come back to us with our recommendation. So I just want you to know that that's our attitude and our approach to smartphone.
All right. Well, I want to thank you all for coming. If anytime you have questions coming up, feel free. You can email me or Mr. Hernandez, who you've been working with, and we can be happy to answer any questions. We really do look forward to having you on campus this next school year as freshmen and kind of seeing you launch into your high school journey and beyond. So, thank you for joining us this evening, and I hope you have a great week. And for those that are graduating this week, I wish you congratulations